The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has begun cleaning up hazardous material from homes destroyed by the fires. Many are wondering when the next phase will begin. Nikki Schenfeld has more.
Yeah, we were up in Kula earlier watching the EPA clear one of the homes of that hazardous material on Kulilani Drive, which is right next to one of the gulches up country. Now, they are still in phase one, and many residents are wondering when phase two can begin, especially with rainy conditions and runoff. This morning, EPA teams were clearing hazardous materials from one of the homes from the upcountry fire. According to the EPA, they can access properties without the homeowner's permission to get hazardous materials out that can impact the health of the environment and people.
Household hazardous waste can include things like compressed gas cylinders, paint solvents, chemical containers, pesticide, fertilizers, ammunition, and things like that.
The EPA says the items are then safely disposed at special facilities off-island. Impacted residents do not have to pay for the removal.
This is necessary work to allow for the larger debris work that's called phase two generally. On Maui, we have a team of about 100 people right now. Going to wrap up Kula in this coming week and then move over to Lahaina.
Many are confused when that phase two process, which is debris removal, will begin. Many are salvaging items on their own and want to clean their area of non-hazardous debris. But no, they can't bring toxic items to the dump.
And that's where residents are kind of like, when is that going to happen? There's a lot of concern about whether it's currently raining and that the runoff that's going to head down eventually to the oceans. And I really do see Kula kind of serving as a case study and a how-to for Lahaina, where we have 20 house sites that were burned and there's hundreds in West Maui. They can come through and do phase one here, move on to phase two, and we'll start to get understanding of what that's going to look like in Lahaina, where they're still not even at phase one yet because they're still trying to find the rest of the remaining missing persons.
The EPA says phases can be delayed due to weather. Others hope they can get more communication with EPA soon so they can start the most important phase to them, rebuilding. And speaking of health, we actually just wrapped up a quick meeting with Governor Josh Green, Senator Mazie Hirono, and also the Secretary of Health and Human Services just a bit ago. Mental health was extremely important, and getting services to the survivors of the Lahaina fires is coming. And they also did meet with some of the keiki over in Lahaina that are staying at those hotels. Senator Hirono saying that she's talked to the Board of Education and is hoping to expedite some kind of distance learning over in Lahaina. So for now, from Maui, Nikki Schenfeld, KHON2 News, back to you.